Ladies and gentlemen, Julia Child. 4, 3.
Thick and lemon colored. substance be melted, and it is. What now is going to be in this chocolate is one stick of the best butter, and I can beat the whole business in because it's nice and soft. I've got a little pan for beans. Now just look at this lovely, silky, soft, beautiful sheen, and it's just the way melted chocolate should be. And if you're very careful about the melting of it, you'll never have any trouble because you're never overheating it. And that's what's dangerous to do. And now the chocolate goes into the egg whites. And if it's hot, pour it in gradually. It's good enough to eat just as it is. And stir it all around. Soft and smooth. You don't want your batter to harden up. Now we're ready to beat our egg whites. So be sure and order a second set of blades. Otherwise, at this point, you'd have to wash and dry the beaters. Frankly, I find that you can beat the eggs just as efficiently with a hand beater as with anything. And today, we're going to have some fun. We're going to have a race between the unlined coffee bowl and the machine. I have 4 egg whites here and 4 egg whites here, and we're going to see who wins. And I think maybe I'll win because I'm bigger. But I don't know. You're going to start out rather slowly at first, until they foam up. Whites take a bit of time. They've started foaming. soon turn granular and lose that lovely sheen. So, if you're going to do them in the machine, you must use them right away. Now ready to assemble the rest of the batter. And rather than flour, this cake is going to have cornstarch in it, because chocolate is heavy and we want a very light, delicate cake, almost like a souffle. So, 3/4 cup of cornstarch, and you mix it right into the cup. And then you sift about 1/4 of it into the batter. Stir that in. Now, particularly in chocolate cakes, you want to be very sure that your batter is very liquid, or you might have to speed it up again. Then take 1/3 of your egg whites and stir them right in to lighten up the batter. And then a little more cornstarch. And then put the rest of the egg whites on top. Now you're going to alternate folding egg whites and cornstarch. Not as neat as it could be. Now here is your spatula. And you go down into the mixture. And up and over, bringing a little chocolate over the egg whites. Very important part. A scooping motion, rather fast. Up and over. The whole mixing business shouldn't take more than a couple of minutes. Now, ready into the cake pans. Half in each. Do it eyeball to eyeball, or whatever they say. Pushing it out to the sides so it won't hop up. Barely half full, and a little bit left for the cook. Who would like to lick the pan? And then drop them on the counter just to settle everything. And then right into your oven. Diagonally for air circulation for 15, 16, 18 minutes. And I want you to see, I hope these are going to be just right, how they look when done. These are not quite done. I'm going to put it back again. Let's look at this one. A French chocolate cake is always very moist. It shakes a little in the pan. Take a toothpick or something and it should almost be set at the sides. That's not quite set. So these need another 2 or 3 minutes. Watch them very carefully at this point. They'll puff up, then they sink down.
singing about it. Time to sample our desserts. Please join us in the lobby.